Jack here again from Choose Health. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what we call in the industry Wicks Syndrome. Bo will be mad at me for even evoking his name potentially, but essentially one of the many people that's sort of contributed to this revolution of high intensity workouts, which I know you guys do it here at TBT, and we are advocates of it, don't get us wrong, but unfortunately what happens is sometimes people will develop general overload injuries from certain exercises or certain intensities that high intensity workouts obviously need. Now, they're not inherent. There's nothing inherently bad about them. Certainly, there's a lot of myths and misconceptions around the suggestion that they're dangerous. They're incredibly good for you, and we're big advocates of them. However, we want to make sure that you do so in a safe and proficient manner, and that doesn't necessarily mean being really particular and anal about your form. We're not necessarily into that, but we certainly think it's a good idea for you to make sure you're proficient in some of the tasks, particularly when it comes to overhead lifts, particularly when it comes to the amount of volume of training that you're doing. Now, I know Bo looks closely at those variables, but sometimes we need to have a health and fitness aspect to that, and so we work closely together. Any assessment that Choose Health does, we give a report to Bo or whoever you're training with at the time, and therefore we can work together to make sure that we know what your training loads are, how to make sure you don't spike the activities that you do, which can either cause injury or make it difficult for you to recover from one. So when I mentioned Wicks Syndrome, of course, it is in jest, but generally speaking, when trends and fads emerge, we need to make sure we keep an eye on what's good about them, but also what's bad, and mitigate the bad parts of them. So that's what we try to do, and we work closely with your team, and that's why we give £10 off to all our TBT members, because we know that they're going into good quality trainers who understand the more general complexities around the human body, and they care about you rather than their sales.